I'd been problems with chest pains, and I thought it was indigestion, heartburn, whatever, because it was moving around. It wasn't fixed in one spot. So they did an X-ray and a CAT scan that come out. They said I had a spot on my right lung, and they told me it was cancerous. Next step was getting over the shock, because the question is going to hit, how long do I have? Am I going to make it? Is it, is it going to take me out? And I had some problems at first, because at the first I get 3 treatments a month. I get a double or a combination treatment at the first of the month. It's kind of strong. And at first I had the normal nausea medicine, but there was one that I just couldn't get, I've looked at it whereas, there's a saying, I've got cancer, it don't have me. And I don't have time, I really don't want to sit around on a pity party. I mean, there are certain things I'm restricted on, but I deal with it because the type of work that I do, this is the only time I can get a vacation. I mean, it's an extended vacation. I've been out of work totally since, I think I worked up to about a week before I had surgery. And I'm anxious to get back to work now, but this is the only time I can get back. I mean, get time off, which I've enjoyed the time off, but I mean, I'm dealing with it. And if I could sit around and boo-hoo or whatever, because I can't do that. I'm not, because I know that your attitude plays a big part in what kind of recovery you make. I try not to think about it. I mean, my wife will, she'll get on me. She don't even like to say the cancer word. She'll say the C word, because getting back to her sister, she just lost her sister around Thanksgiving, and that took a lot out of her. Then she was, as well as her sister being undergoing treatment, I was undergoing treatment. And so that was a double whammy for her. But I try not to think about it. Every once in a while I have a pain or something, or a cough, and then that's a wake-up call, so to speak. But I try not to think about it, and because I can't, like getting back to dwelling on it. If you dwell on it, it's going to bring you down. So I'm just saying, well, I get up every morning, what am I going to do today? I go out and play with my dogs, or I'm limited on some of the things I do. It's just you have to maintain a positive attitude, because like I said earlier, you can't get on a pity party, because that's going to make, suppose I found out I only had 6 months to live. Okay, and I spent that last 6 months miserable, boo-hooing and crying and feeling sorry for myself. That wouldn't give me or anybody things to remember. I want them to remember me in a positive attitude. And like I tell my mother, and I tell my sister, and tell my wife, I say, I'm the type that if I do go, if it does take me, I'm going to be done. I'm going to be out of my pain. I'm going to be out of my suffering, but I have to leave behind somebody else to suffer. And I don't want to do that. I can't do that to my mother. I can't do that to my wife. Excuse me, I'm getting off in misty here, but I don't want to do it to my sister. I feel like with my attitude and the way I see it, I wish I could inspire somebody. And lo and behold, 2 weeks ago, I found out I have to inspire my sister. She found out she's got cervical cancer. And now, even though she's 4 years older than me, we're having to switch roles. I'm gonna have to be the oldest and tell her what she needs to do. Even though it's a different type of cancer, it is cancer. And I tell her, she was crying, and she almost got on a pity party. And I told her no. I said, you need to get that done and go on. I said, because if you gotta cry, go ahead, but save the tears for the tears of joy. Because when you do recover from this, you're gonna be so happy. Best thing to do is stay positive first, and then getting back to the American Cancer Society, call them. Because they're not gonna sit there and they don't give a list of everybody that's diagnosed with cancer. You have to call them. Don't sit on your butt, and get on a pity party. You have to make phone calls. I've always looked at the point where anytime you walk out of your house, you're faced with you can be a car wreck or whatever, but you live with this every day. Even though the doctor says, okay, this is not terminal, it's treatable, but there's still that little thing in the back of your mind that says, it could get you. And you have to appreciate every day.